goodness. Oh, wow! In your life, have you seen anything like that?
Hello, folks, and welcome back to The Cutline, a golfing podcast brought to you by the TAB. My name is Karl, and as always, joined in studio by the one, the only Paul Mawate. Paul, how are you?
Good, thanks, Karl. Yeah. Big week last week. Certainly a very big week this week. Well, in Saudi anyway.
Yes, we will get to Saudi shortly. Hello to Tom Hills coming live from Auckland. How are you, Tom?
Yeah, good. Thank you, lads. Very well, especially after Victor Hovland's heroics last weekend, and obviously Lydia Ko, Ryan Fox. It was all go. So great weekend of golf, and another one coming up.
Am I right in saying it was your birthday too yesterday, Tom?
Yes, it was actually, mate. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tom.
Yeah, the wrong side of 30 now, so it's all downhill from here.
Did you get any golf in on the birthday, or do you have to work?
No, I actually had to work. Played Ekarana on Saturday. Won my split sixes against the other lads, but just a sort of run-of-the-mill 80, 85. Couldn't get the bogey train, to be honest.
I feel you, dog.
I'd love to get on a bogey train.
I played Paraparamu Interclub on the weekend. I lost on the last.
The par five?
No. Oh, we started on 10, so finished on
the ninth. Oh, which is the one that comes through the saddle.
Yeah, it was a bad day for Karl. Shout out to Caleb, the young fella that beat me. He was, if I had to guess, between the ages of 12 and 15.
What happened on the last? Did you bottle it, or did he go out and win it?
I bottled it. Doubled the last.
Did you go out of bounds?
No.
Because it's got that...
Yeah, I was hitting driver pretty well all day.
You'd go too far with the driver. You didn't try to go over the...
Yeah, I was going over.
Oh, wow.
Which is doable. I've done it plenty of times. But right before impact, I chickened out and I snap hooked it basically down the middle of the fairway to the saddle. But I went through to the rough a little bit and then short side of myself, and yeah, long story short, I lost.
So we'll call you Rory.
Yeah, I mean, well, did Rory have a quad, a triple, and a double? Because that's what I did.
Wow.
I think I was, not that anyone cares, but we're halfway there now. I think I was about maybe 17 over for the day, playing off a 5 handicap, and I was 12 over through about the first 4.
Good fight.
Tough scenes.
That's the beauty of match play, though.
So we started, yeah, exactly, match play. I lost our third hole was par 5. I should say the guy was playing one with an 8. I had a 9. Nice. Anyway, let's talk about some winners.
It's a fairly straightforward par 5 there.
Mate, I'm well aware.
Down into the corner there.
You know what happens when you hook one out of bounds and then you lose one in the hay and you have to play again. And this is not. Let's talk about some winners. And both of you. Oh, I've just dropped my pen. Both of you two are winners this week. Congratulations. We'll start with you, Paul. Your relentless backing of Lydia Ko paid off.
Wasn't it last week or the week before we were just saying that Lydia has been playing some of the most consistent golf of her career? And
100%.
She's always around the top 5, top 10. So,
but I think you find if you wind back every single episode of the Cutline for the last 2 or 3 years, whenever we talk about the LPGA, you only mention Lydia. So, well done to you.
Yeah, she won. And
I almost had you. Danielle almost had you.
Got off to a quick start, but in that final round, I think the pivotal hole was the par 4 15th, where Lydia sunk looked like an 18, 20-foot birdie putt, and Danielle missed her, looked like 8-foot birdie putt. Lydia got the lead back then and never gave it back, even though she was a wee bit wayward on the final hole, going from fairway bunker to greenside bunker.
Hell of a chip out.
And then just a superb chip out.
Yeah.
Danielle still had a chance with a birdie putt to take it to a playoff. And it flew by, unfortunately, for Danielle Beckers. But Lydia paying $11 at the start. Very, very nice.
Well done. And over to Dubai,
Oh, wow.
Tom's come
Wow.
from nowhere, absolutely nowhere, with a birdie eagle birdie finish. Victor Hovland gets it done.
Unbelievable, eh? I mean, the eagle on 17, pretty spectacular. Firstly, to land it on there and then to make the putt. But you probably thought, and I think Victor thought, it might not be enough with Rory sort of coming home. And even in his interview after he got off, he didn't even mention, was it Richard Bland? He didn't even mention him. He basically just said, oh, Rory, there's a couple of easy holes coming home. He should be right. And then obviously Rory's blowing his drive left on 17, trying to emulate Victor. He didn't quite see himself, did he, either? Even on 16, when I was watching, he sort of snapped at the photographers for taking the early shots, and then he was getting angry at the crowd on 17 when he was trying to come back onto the green. He did remarkably well to make par, and then coming down 18, decided to take 3-wood, probably after his drive on 17. And I think ultimately that's what cost him, right? He had 267 yards to the flag. If you compare it to what, say, Victor did in the playoff, where he had 228 or something, it's quite a big difference. And then the miss was left where there was space. He's pulled out of his shot, sliced it straight into the water. And all he had to do was to birdie it to win the tournament, par it to go to a playoff, and he somehow bogeyed the par 5 to look like, last time he snapped or ripped his shirt, it looked like he wanted to snap that 3-wood in half, eh? Tough watching for Rory fans and Rory backers, but for Victor, the inflictor, got it done on day 4.
It might be the most comprehensive recap we've ever had. It was enthralling.
I was watching that final round, and it's the first time I've seen someone do this. Justin Harding on the par 3 11th. His tee shot landed in the left-hand side greenside bunker. So, all right, he didn't really have he had a nasty stance where, 1 foot sort of outside the green, one's in, and it's he's got a downhill lie, so it's going to be a tricky shot no matter what. He took out a fairway wood, and hit it out of the bunker with the fairway wood. Unfortunately, it hit the green, rolled along the green, and then rolled into a bunker on the other side. Unfortunately, he ended up with a triple bogey 6 on that hole to fall out of contention. Up until then, he's playing pretty solid golf in the final round. He'd already done the hard work. But yeah, I've seen golfers take a fairway wood or a driver when they're sort of greenside in the rough sort of thing and play it like a putt. But yeah, he played it out of the bunker with a fairway wood. I've never seen it before. I don't think we may not see it ever again after him getting a triple bogey.
That's somewhat relatable, Paul. I was up at Cape Kidnappers last year with a friend who was he was on the green. He's putted down the hill. The putt's gone off the green into the bunker. He's then blasted his next bunker shot out, caught too much of it, and gone out of bounds. So he's gone from being on the green for like 3 to being OB and hole's gone. It was funny.
You want to hear relatable? If we wind back to Paraparama on the 16th, little par 3 there. There's a little bank on the left, and you're dead right.
It falls away,
front, and you're dead long.
Yep.
Pin was right at the front. Into the wind, I've hit a little, it was about 130, and I thought I'll hit an 8 iron because I want to get there. I don't want to be short. Turns out short was the play because I was on the green and at the very back and had about 40, 50 foot putt to get to the pin, hit it, and I thought, it's not going to make it.
I
got to the pin, and then it got faster and faster and rolled off the green. And then it took me about 4 or 5 shots to get back on the green. Really tough. If you guys remember, I actually had Justin Harding last week and Tyrrell Hatton, and to watch them both limp home like they did, I actually went to bed, I think, the hole just before Harding had the triple, so I'm glad I missed that. I went to bed thinking I'm in for a shot here, and I woke up and saw a text message from a friend former host, actually, Teddy, just laughing at Harding. So,
What did he make of Tony Finau's performance? Because is that the last time Tony gets a run on this show?
look, I'll be honest, I didn't see a single shot of Tony, so
Well, it's hard when he only plays 2
Yes.
rounds.
presume he missed the cut.
I'm going to say there's a reason you didn't see too many.
Yeah. Tough scenes. Right, let's have a quick look at the results then. And would you believe me if I said we all made money this week? How good. Paul, obviously, the most. I don't know if it's obviously, but Paul, obviously, the most. He is up. I've written this down wrong. He's up $178 this week. Is that right?
Or overall?
No, that's right. You're up 178 because you had Lydia to win, Lydia top 5, Terrell Hatton top 5. Well done, Paul.
He was in a 5-way tie for 8th.
4th, wasn't it?
4th, sorry.
Yeah.
At 8 under.
Yes.
Yeah.
Myself, plus $5.50. How good. We had Terrell Hatton top 10 and Danielle Kang top 5. And Tom, this might be the sickest win since my DJ Masters win a couple of years back, where I actually lost money picking the winner. But Tom is up $10 after picking Victor Hovland to win.
Yeah, it was my last 10 actually, and it was on a whim actually. So I'm sort of doing the same today. I'm hoping that sort of the late push might just be the way to go. Less thinking, more just chucking it on.
Yeah, very nice.
Blind faith.
And how many more episodes of the Cutline have you got before you head off?
Maybe 2. Maybe
Okay,
this and
well,
one other.
you need to do a lot of blind faith, because through I had a quick look through 21 tournaments across all 3 tours. I've had a look at our totals. Tom, you are at the bottom of the pile here, minus $357.
Okay, Ryan Fox wins this week. Look out.
He's not paying that much. I am plus 174.75, and Paul is plus 190.50. So not much between us there, Paul.
Yeah.
But Tom, I'd love to see you come from behind and snatch a second or even a first in the last couple of weeks here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find some value.
All right, we've covered Hovland. He's come from nowhere. Luke List on the PGA Tour. No one really saw that coming. Gets his first PGA Tour win after about 200 and something odd starts. He beat Will Zalatoris in a playoff.
Yeah, you say you didn't see it coming, but I think if you look back at List's last sort of 5 or 6 performances, he's actually been pretty consistent, has he?
He's been in some good form, yeah.
But no, you still didn't see it coming. I mean, what was he paying pre-tournament?
I recall looking at this, it was about 50 or 60.
Okay.
I think.
No value, to be fair.
No.
For someone
who
just
never
sort of
won.
just plods
It's
along.
a bit like the Cam Tringale. Never won a thing, and I think he's in the top sort of 10 players this week. Leave me out. He beat Will Zalatoris in a playoff.
Mm.
And now COVID's beaten Will Zalatoris as well.
Yes, probably for the best given his putting issues.
What's happened there? Has he caught it?
He's caught the vid. Caught the vid.
I wonder if that'll sort of overtake his putting yips.
Well, he should probably spend the week at home on the carpet or on the lino and just practice. Because it was a pretty rough. Did you see his reaction, Paul, to the missed putt?
Who's Zalatoris?
On 18, yeah.
No.
To win the tournament? No, he wasn't happy, was he, Tom?
No. Would you? Yeah. I mean, you should be making that, shouldn't you?
You'd think so. If you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars to play golf professionally, top 20, what is he? Top 20 something in the world.
Jeez, I thought Rory's putt was a bit stiff as well to take it to the playoff. That looked in. It looked in and just slipped out. anyway.
We all miss putts.
Take us back to Putapara.
I didn't make a putt.
This is actually this is therapy for Karl. He's not actually here to talk about punting. He just wants to release that tension from his
I've
round.
got one more story that really hurts me. Par 5, 7th. Little downwind off the right. I've hit driver off the tee. Put it out there close to 300, I reckon. And I've got 170 to the flag. And I am just sitting up in the rough, top of the rough. So I thought, oh, this is going to pop up. Had 7 iron originally. I thought, no, I'll take 8. Worst case, I'll be short. Best case, fly at 160 and it bounces up. I flew the green.
That bunker on the left hand side of the
pin was
green.
tucked in behind that.
Oh, wow.
And I flew it. 180, 190 and 8 iron. Had to take an unplayable, duff my next chip, and then chipped in for par. And lost the hole. Tough scenes. Jason Day. Is he back? Paul.
Look, I'm going to have to see a wee bit more, to be fair. One swallow does not a summer make, but all the signs were there that he's getting back to where he probably should be.
Yep.
There wasn't really an overall weakness in the game, to be fair. It just looked like he was striking the ball really nicely. Perhaps the putting. He did make some putts, though, so...
He's such a good putter.
But look, good signs, but he hasn't sold me yet.
Well, he comes into Pebble Beach this week, a tournament that he loves. We'll touch on that a little bit shortly, but what about you, Tom? Do you reckon Day's one to watch in the coming weeks?
I hope so, mate. Obviously, such a talent and sort of been hammered by injuries over the last few years. Seems like a great bloke as well from all the sort of things you hear. I didn't see too much of him this week, but we'll be keeping a lookout for him. I mean, I don't know if he's a bet at that price when he's just sort of starting to come back into form, for me personally. But yeah, I think he's definitely exciting, and hopefully we do see him sort of come back to something near what he was, like 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, the bookies have reacted heavily to the result last week. I think he went from, it was about 81s last week. And he's into 19s or 20s this week. Albeit it is a lesser field, and he does love Pebble. But yeah, I don't know if the price is right for Jason Day, but as I said, he does love this tournament. So anyway, alrighty. What else we got? I might skip over a few things here. Should we go to the Kiwi corner, Paul?
Yes, well, we've already mentioned Lydia, just in case you missed that.
Lydia won.
Lydia won on the LPGA. It's her 17th LPGA Tour title.
How old is she? 24?
Well, I heard someone say 24 and I heard someone else say 26.
Well, do you know what? There's a thing called the internet.
You tell me.
This is riveting. Riveting. She is 24. She was born in 1997. Wow. Wow. What did you guys achieve at 24? I'm pretty sure I just started playing golf again, and my first 2 rounds back were like 99 and 101.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
No, I honestly don't
when
remember.
It was 40 or 50 years ago.
I do not
isn't it?
remember. Wow. Good luck, Interclub this week, big luck. Foxy tied for 26 at 3 under in the Desert Classic. So not the worst. And he got a hole in one on the par 3 fourth, which is always something to celebrate.
It's probably a pretty good finish for him, considering I think he just made the cut on the number or one.
Just in, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice finish there. Danny Lee was at the Farmers. He missed the cut at 1 under, unfortunately. So not the best for him. And Jaden Ford was at I think it was the New South Wales Amateur Champs, and had a nice tidy finish there as well, around a top 10 finish. So Things looking up for Jaden Ford.
He must be close to pulling the trigger and turning pro.
Go the pro.
Must be close.
Looking towards this week, Lydia's bypassing this week's event. So I won't be backing Lydia this week. Ryan Fox is in the United Arab Emirates at the Al Hamra Golf Club for the, hold on, I've got it here somewhere. The Raz
Al Gould.
The Raz Al Khaimah Championship. There we go, which is the DP World Tour event this week.
Yes.
And the Saudi International is part of the Asian Tour this week, which is where all the big boys are, including our very own Daniel Hillier.
Wow.
Is he getting an appearance fee as well?
I think everyone does, doesn't it? Don't they? They must be close.
Oh,
I don't think it'd be in the millions, but
I would not. I don't know. I wouldn't. It would be nothing like what Dustin Johnson and the rest of the boys at the top of the field are getting, if indeed they do get an appearance fee all the way down to wherever they are. But he's paying 401, along with the cut lines friend Ryan Ruffles.
Yes,
paying 401. So good luck to those two boys.
Not even close to being the longest odds players in this tournament.
No, well, there are a few from the Asian Tour that are get on. So it's a big field, but there is a hell of a lot of cream at the top of this field. It's it's stacked at the top.
Yeah,
pretty cool for those boys to be rubbing shoulders on the range with DJs and everything else. It'd be pretty cool experience just to say you've been playing, up against those guys, see how they warm up and prepare and everything else. Good luck to them.
I'm really surprised not to see Foxy in the field this week. He's had I think he's played the last three, or the first three times, and he's had 2 T6s.
Didn't qualify.
I think there is a qualification, is there?
Yeah. He didn't get an appearance fee.
Didn't get us.
Didn't bother going. But he will be at the Raz Al Khaimah.
Yeah.
Where he is paying $41 at the moment. I was just having a look at our website. They're just playing around with the golf odds at the moment. So they were there, then they were gone, and then they were back again. So, yeah, they're back up there at the moment. They're under the Abu Dhabi Championship, which is not quite right, to be fair. The Raz Al Khaimah. I don't even think we spelt that right. We've got Kamiya.
I've seen.
It's like we're back in Hawaii. Top of the market there is a good friend of Tom's, Bern Wiesberger, at $11. To beat.
Probably said something about the strength of the field when he's
$11 favourite.
Top, yeah.
And then the next, the second line of betting is down at 21s.
Yeah.
Brian Fox at 34s now.
Give me a bit of Richard Bland at 29s on current form.
Yeah, good.
Anyway.
He almost did it last week. He was just Mr. Steady. Obviously, if someone like Hovland goes birdie eagle, birdie finish, you go, oh well, you deserve to win. But Bland was just chipping away there, wasn't playing within himself. Would have been nice to see him win again.
Yeah. All righty. Is that Kiwi Corner done?
Done. No Lydia.
No lids. Let's get to some betting, and before we get to Saudi, that's where we're going to put our focus this week, given the strength of the field. We'll just touch on everything else that's happening. We've obviously touched on the Raz Al Khaimah, whatever it is, tournament that's happening on the DP World Tour. There is, of course, Pebble Beach on the PGA Tour. I think Patrick Cantlay is the favourite there at about $8. Seems very short. $8.50. No thanks.
Can't do it, surely.
Cam Tringale, 1, 2, 3. He's on the 5th line of betting at $21. Never won a tournament. Should be $201.
Are we going to see another Luke list?
Well, there's I found a little stat on Pebble Beach. Where's it gone? That only 3 non-US golfers have won this tournament since 1966.
Would one of them be an Aussie?
It was. I can't remember who, but that was early 90s. VJ Singh's another one. And Nick Taylor, the Canadian, won it 2 years ago. So interesting.
Where's he?
Hmm?
Nick Taylor.
Where is he?
Yeah, is he in the field? Yes.
He's in the field, yeah. He's paying about 100 and something or others, I saw.
Wow, we.
Yeah, a bit of that. Yeah, I haven't asked you guys to have a look at this, but any tips or anyone you like at Pebble Beach?
Like you say, I'm intrigued to see how Jason Day backs it up. Also, Spieth is a past winner here. Obviously, didn't make the cut last week, but I think a guy like him doesn't usually have, well, unless he was in that bad form a couple of years ago, doesn't usually have 2 terrible weeks in a row. So I'd expect him to be prominent this week is sort of my pick, I think.
Here you go. Here's a stat on Spieth. So he won in 2017, 2 more top 4 finishes, and another 2 top 10s in his last 8 starts here.
Yeah.
And then Day, he's had 8 top 10 finishes here in 12 starts, and his last 5 read T5, T2, T4, 4, T7.
This is at Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach.
You'd be liking a look of your mate Daniel Berger or so, wouldn't you, Karl?
I bypassed Berger this week.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I might as well say it now. I've got a couple of names here that I've sort of circled, and one of them makes me really sick to my stomach. But Mav McNeely, I really like this week.
Maverick.
He's paying 21s. He's had a T5 and a second here, playing some good golf at the moment. And the other one, like I say, it makes me sick. Justin Rose at $23. Would have expected to see him in Saudi, but he's chosen to play here. He's in pretty good form, old Justin Rose. T10, T6, 57, 40, T12, T9, T33, T6. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him up around the top of the leaderboard in the final day.
It just reminded me of something.
Oh, God.
Because Maverick McNeely knocks around with Danielle King.
Yes.
There was a thing on Twitter. We have the split screen.
Yes.
And it said, what will happen first? Danielle King will have a putt for 800-meter men's final at the World Champs. Will finish first. And they line up. She was lining the putt up, goes around the other side, bends down again, comes back around, lines it up again, puts the ball down, sort of moves it slightly, now picks back up. And again, the guys they've done one lap, going round. It was almost, it was blow for blow. It was almost a photo finish. It was fantastic.
Well, she has finished first and second in consecutive weeks.
Look, it's working for her.
Leave her alone.
No, just saying. It was just interesting to see that someone had put that up.
Yeah.
It was sort of like what they used to do when, can't remember who the kicker was for the Warriors, but they used to say, oh, he takes so long to take his kick. Was it Michael Witt?
Michael Witt. They said to
gun
stop
kicker.
45 seconds or something.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
Anyone that you've circled or like the look of at Pebble here, Paul?
Well, I don't see any value in Patrick Cantlay at 850, but then just off the back of those stats, I'd have to have a little go on Jason Day for a top 5 finish.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Especially after his performance last week. Just
$5 for top 5.
Yeah, and the field was a lot tougher last week.
Exactly.
What was he? 1 shot off first place.
Yeah.
1 stroke off. And he loves the place.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. I'm going to have to adjust my betting
there we go.
thing for this
That's what
week.
we like.
Just slightly.
That's
slightly.
the aim of the show. I had a quick look at my notes last year for this tournament. And my best roughie was This is the price. You like this? Minwoo Lee making his PGA Tour debut. Can you ever guess what he was paying?
151.
$326.
He's not paying it this
I'm
time.
not sure where he finished, but I didn't win that week, so obviously didn't come first. But yeah. And then, of course, the LPGA, they've got the Drive On event this week. And Paul, you said to me earlier, you've got someone circled here.
I like the Canadian, Brooke
Brooke.
Henderson. She was absolutely terrible last week
Good start.
with putts from about 4 feet in. I lost count the number of putts that she missed from, what, we're saying around about here. I mean, for me,
That's a gimme most places, isn't it?
that's definitely not a gimme for me, but the amount of putts that she missed from around 3 or 4 feet, just ridiculous. And she still finished up towards the top of the leaderboard. She wasn't too far away. So obviously she lives in Florida now, so she'll only have to drive to the tournament each day. I think if she can just sort that out, and I don't think it'll be too much of a problem for her to, I don't know if she just got the yips slightly, but she just tightens that one up. I'm definitely willing to have a go. I see we still don't have the odds on our website.
They are coming, though.
But I believe she'll be second or third favourite there behind, well, Nelly Corder will be favourite. But I'm hoping Brooks are around $12, $14. If so, I will be having, in fact, she is in my staking plan.
Oh, hello. Just to give you a little bit of an insight, one of our competitors offshore is, as you say, has Nelly top of the line there, about $8.50, Brooke about $13.
We've got the marketer.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. What do we got?
Don't go to our competitors, go to us.
Nelly, $8.50, Brooke, $13.
There you go. Easy. All righty. We've waffled on long enough. Let's get into Saudi. And Paul, why don't you tell us what you know about the Saudi International?
It's going to be played at the Royal Greens Golf and Country Club. And you want to be Dustin Johnson playing in this tournament. He's finished first, second, and first.
Yep.
That's not the worst. Obviously, it just has the game for him. He'll be very, very short again. In fact, I just
$8.50.
I just jumped off the page to have a look at the LPGA. He's an $8.50 favourite, but this is a stacked field.
$8 favourite.
$8 now.
Yep.
This is a stacked field. So obviously, I'm looking for a sort of a desert rat. Links form as well should go well here. So those have played well along the coast of the UK. I guess I think definitely your iron, your approach shots need to be on form here, striking the ball very, very sweetly. And as always, every single week, putting always helps.
I think too, driving distance is a big advantage here. DJ's 2 wins. He's just bombed the course really, and made up for everything else late in the piece. The only man to beat him, GMAC, Graham McDowell. It's
not known
in 3 years
as a big hitter.
In 3 years, only one man has beaten you on a course. It's unreal. Tom, anything to add? The Saudi?
I think just with regards to the weather conditions, it sounds like the wind might pick up a bit, which is probably going to maybe bring back the field a little bit, and maybe take away a little bit of the advantage that those big hitters like DJ have. So if it blows, which it's looking at doing, then I think, like you say, those sort of desert rats and guys with links form could be good value. Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's start with our winner last week. Paul, who have you got circled as your best this week?
I'm going Dustin Johnson.
I can't argue with that.
I know he's very, very short, and there are a lot of very, very good golfers taking part this week. But just on his, it's almost like he was standing in the middle of the Middle East, and someone decided to build a course around him. It just suits his game. As you say, you've got to be long off the tee. He's very, very long off the tee. It looked like last week he was striking the ball very, very nicely. So I'm very, very happy to take Dustin Johnson at $8 to win.
Yeah, nice. Like I say, I can't really argue with that. The one thing that has deterred me from Dustin Johnson would be his putting stats over the last 3 months. He's ranked against the field. He's ranked here 44th in strokes gained putting. But with that, he is top 3 in every other strokes gained category there is against the field. So I can definitely see why you've taken him there. I'm going to go with a man that has already made me some money this year, an Australian, Cameron Smith, at $13. We haven't seen him since a Sony where he missed the cut, which we could probably all forgive him for doing so. Over the last 3 months versus the field, I've got him circled as the best golfer going around. He ranks top 5 in strokes gained total, tee to green, and putting, and is top 12 off the tee and around the greens. He is 4th on the PGA Tour in strokes gained putting, 4th in par 4 scoring, and 4th birdie or better percentage. So I've got Cameron Smith at $13. I'll just note too that I'm very close to taking Thomas Pieters. I've got those two, probably the 2 hottest golfers on the planet right now. Tom, where are you going?
I'm going with another questionable haircut, but not Cameron Smith. I am going with Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh,
I didn't think I'd ever pick Tommy because he's a bit of a non-winner in my eyes. But geez, he played bloody well last week. He sort of led the field in strokes gained approach. I think he was there or thereabouts in terms of stroke gained tee to green as well. If it wasn't for a poor 4th round, he was right in it. Plenty of experience in the desert. 12th last week, let's say. He was actually, 20. He was 13th in November at the Dubai Championship, 7th at the Alfred Dunhill Links. Before that, and I think the time is right and the price is right to have a crack on Tommy Fleetwood. So he's paying $21. So give him strength. He'll have George Harper in his ear all week long as well. So I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but give him a go.
Nice. Paul, where are you going for your mid-tier?
I'm going Patrick Reed.
Oh, gross.
I've changed my mind. I'm going with Patrick Reed. As Tom said, there's probably going to be a wee bit of wind there, possibly on day 2. And I've just looked over Patrick Reed's last few tournaments, and he's finished in a tie for 2nd at the Butterfield Bermuda Championship and 3rd at the Herod World Challenge, where there is always a wee bit of wind. Also was 15th at the Century Tournament of Champions. That week they didn't really get a lot of wind, to be fair. There was no real defense for the course there.
15th of 30, just FYI.
Hey, don't worry about that. He started off roughly, but came back with a 64, 66, 68 to finish the tournament. So he's getting back there. And last season, he had some very, very good stats. He was 7th in strokes gained around the green and 4th in strokes gained putting. So anywhere getting back towards there, he's a chance in this tournament. So Patrick Reed, 34s.
Nice. Not for me, but
ugly.
That's
what you
may
said.
have convinced a couple of people there.
You did say ugly.
I said gross.
Wow.
And that's just my thoughts on Patrick Reed in general.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Englishman Sam Horsfield at 41s. Been sneaking out on the radar somewhat. In his last 5 starts, he's finished T12, T44, T9, T12, T4. And over the last 3 months, he ranks top 25 in the 6 major strokes gained categories, including 6th in approach, 17th off the tee, and 12th tee to green. He's had a bit of a rough go of it in the desert in the past, but his recent form suggests that's on the up. So Sam Horsfield, 41s. Tom.
I'm going with the Australian Lucas Herbert as my mid-tier. He has some form in the desert. He hits it a decent way, and last year his putter was on fire. So I think I've just lost the page. I think he's around $34 or something. So he'll be my mid-tier, Lucas Herbert.
Yep, $34. Paul, a roughie for us.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
I'm going with Shubanker Sharma.
Ooh.
He is currently, he's moved.
100.
He's 126, 126 to win the tournament. Look, he didn't enjoy last week in the Desert Classic, but finished in a tie for second the week before at the Abu Dhabi Championship. I think he hits it long enough to be go okay here, and if he can just take a wee bit of confidence from that second placing, runner-up placing at Abu Dhabi, I can see him finishing at least in the top 20. So Shubanker Sharma.
Nice. I've got 2 big roughies circled here. I'm going to go with the biggest, and a man who applies his trade mainly on the Asian Tour, Gavin Green, the American, at $326. This is a true course form.
Is he Malaysian?
Play. Oh, I thought he had an American flag. It might be Malaysian though.
I thought he played under the Malay. I'll have a look. You keep talking.
Okay. He did win the Asian Tour Order of Merit a couple of years back. So yeah, as I say, bit of a course form play here. He finished T11 here in 2019 and T3 in 2020. Missed the cut last year, unfortunately. Form's been a bit scratchy, but he has had a T20 at the Andalusia Masters, T17 at the Portugal Masters, and T33 at the Singapore Open. Against the field, he's ranked 15th strokes gained putting, 14th in approach, and 37th tee to green. So at that price, probably not a realistic chance to win, but will feature in my sort of top 20 plays in my betting plan later on. So
Yep.
Gavin Green at 326s.
Born in Malaysia.
Born in Malaysia.
Plays under the Malaysian flag.
Okay, my
Yep.
apologies, Gavin.
Yeah, sorry about that.
My
No,
apologies.
I think he'll be happy with the plug you gave him there, mate. That was plenty good info. Made me want to get on myself. So yeah, I should look at doing more research. But the only research I've done for
Do
my
things off the
roughie,
whim.
is the one man that can beat DJ on this course, Graham McDowell.
Oh no.
If it blows, and Graham's, he obviously knows the course, past winner. Anything's possible. So he's my roughie, but I will not be putting any money on him.
Confident. Alrighty. Let's get to some betting. Ben.
Before we do that,
Oh, hello.
can I just go, and I'm just trying to find them now. Oh, no, they're not under that. They'll be there. That's where they are. The power plays.
Oh, power plays. They're coming, aren't they?
They will be coming out. But last week, I'll just let you know,
If any of them won.
1, 2, 3, 4 power plays collected last week.
Ooh.
The
Wow.
first one was Stacey Lewis or Sophia Popov to finish top 10 at 550.
And who was it?
Stacey Lewis.
Oh, yeah, that's yours. Tick to you.
Okay. Any 2 of the events to go to a playoff. And
Sick.
so the DP World Tour went to a playoff, as we know,
Yeah.
with Hovland coming out on top. And
PGA Tour.
the Farmers also went to a playoff.
And the LPGA should have.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you mentioned the LPGA, because the next power play was Lydia Ko or Danielle Kang to win at 650.
Wow.
Wow.
How's
Yeah.
that for a
You
Quinella?
could have just sat back halfway through the final round. There was no one else. Now, no one else is going to win.
Yeah, good.
And the other one was Victor Hovland, or I think it was Tyrell Hatton to win. It's just taken a while to load this one. And that one was paying $6.50 as well. So 4 of the power plays last week collected for punters.
Very
Well done.
nice.
Hopefully, some of the cut line bonus bets went on those.
Yeah.
They're obviously popular. I told a mate about it on Friday night, and we went to put the code in. I think it was all gone. So they must have been snaffled up
Oh,
pretty
nice.
quickly.
That's good
Good.
for us. Good to know people are listening.
I didn't
Well,
manage to land a winner with mine, thanks to Tony Finau not making the cut.
Hmm. I noticed Tony hasn't been mentioned by anyone this week. Be better, Tony.
He's in the sea.
Okay. He's in the sea. He's in the desert. Betting. And we'll start with Paul. Run us through your staking plan and where your $100 is going this week, Paul.
Right. Well, I know where my bread is buttered, and it's on the LPGA tour. So that is where the bulk of my staking will go this
Alrighty.
week. As I said, I really do like the look of Brooke Henderson here. She should feel a lot more comfortable. If she sorts out that short putting, then she will be a big, big chance. So I'm taking $20 on Brooke to win at $13. And I'm taking $30 on Brooke for a top 5 finish. Now, we haven't got that market up yet, but as soon as it's up, I'll let you know. So 20 on Brooke to win, 30 on Brooke top 5 finish. I'm also taking 20 on Nelly quarter to win at $8.50.
Hedging, I see.
I just
Dutch-
see
Dutch
I
bet.
see this this being just a ding dong battle between these two players. Nelly had a poor tournament last week by her standards. I don't think we're going to see her have 2 in a row. So Nelly for a win at 20 at $8.50. What have I got? I've got 30 left. I'm going to put that all on Jason Day for a top 5 finish
Oh, I convinced him.
at
$5.
$5.
Wow. Nice. Good to know my work is doing something for the TAB. You know, we got one bet out of it. Okay. Strap in. This is going to get wild. I'm going across 2 tours, 2 events here, Saudi and the PGA Tour. And because no one else has listened to the rules that I put in place early in the season, I'm not listening to them either. I have 10 bets here, and I'm going $10 on all of them. All right. So Saudi, I've got Cam Smith to win at 13s, Cam Smith top 5 at $3.50. Also going to take Thomas Peters at 17 to win, and Thomas Peters top 5 at 5s. Sam Horsfield top 10 at $4.33. Gavin Green top 20 at $8. And my other sick roughie is the Australian Wade Ormsby. I'll take him top 20 at $7. Just a little. He's another one that applies his trade on the Asian Tour. His stat line, his form line reads T23, T14, T8, T25. Missed the cut last week, but I think he will be in the mix this week. So I'll take him top 20 at 7s. Got a wee first round 3 ball. I'm going to take DJ over Coke Rack and Siwoo Kim, plus Shane Lowry over our man Finau and your boy G-Mac, Tom. Getting $5 for that.
You watch Finau jump out of the
I know,
ground
he
this
pretty-
week. You
pretty
know what
wins
he's going to
like
do.
10. And then 2 bets on the PGA Tour, both top 10s. Justin Rose and Maverick McNeely, both $3. So $10 on all of those.
Look, I'm going to change. Jason Day, I'm only putting 20 on him, and I'm saving $10 for a power play, which once they're up, we'll do.
Okay. Yeah. Tom.
Yeah. Okay. It's time to make the comeback and get out of here on top. So I'm going to have $15 on Jordan Spieth to win the AT&T at $19. Like we see a great course form there. At the Abu Dhabi Championship, man in form, Ryan Fox, is paying $56 to be first round leader. After what he did in the back end of last tournament, I'm having $10 on him to be leading after the first round at 56s. And I'm having $10 on him for a top 10 finish at 7s. Then I'm going to actually mix and match the PGA and Abu Dhabi and the Saudi. Thank you. I'm going to have Lucas Herbert. This is a $15 multi for $177. Lucas Herbert top 20 at $2.37 into Jordan Spieth top 5, $5. I'm going to have $5 to win at the Saudi on Tommy Fleetwood at 21s and $15 on him top 5 at $5.50. And I have another $500 collect in the form of a $20 multi, and that is in Abu Dhabi top Englishman Richard Bland at $7 into Tyrrell Hatton in the Saudi as the top GB Irishman at $3.75. $20 into $525. And my remaining 10 will also be put on a power play, not paying less than $10.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like you spent about 1,000 then.
Oh, that adds up at this stage anyway. It's just the winnings will be into the thousands.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like he's using a fairway wood to get out of a greenside bunker.
We could be in some serious trouble this week, Paul. If Tom comes out on top, we'll reset once he goes and we'll start again.
Big time.
Yeah.
Wow. Right, we haven't got a bonus bet giveaway this week. Before we go, as Tom said, they all got taken last week, so we need to have a
Do we have a promotion?
cooling off period. But we've got a promotion.
Well, hey.
It's not birdie bonus, but it's very similar. It comes under the bonus back.
Golf
umbrella,
bonus back.
Golf bonus back. So listen up.
What tournament is it for?
This is for Saudi.
For the Saudi International only.
Yep.
This week.
This week, yep.
Right.
Place a pre-tournament outright winner bet through your TAB account on a selected golf tournament, which is the Saudi Invitational. And if your player doesn't win but finishes inside the top 10, you'll get a refund up to $50 as a bonus bet.
And that's for your first bet only on that. It's not like the birdie bonus where you could back as many golfers as you want to. It's your first bet on the outright winner market.
Pre-tournament. Yep.
Pre-tournament.
Yep. So we've given you a few names there. You can,
There's plenty more you can choose from.
The value is taking DJ here and
If he wins,
Loading
hey, happy.
loading up for the $8 and getting a refund. You'd have to say on the, no, I won't say that.
Wow, is that the kiss? Oh, wow.
Yeah, not allowed to use the words guaranteed around here.
No. Put your 50 on Graham McDowell.
At 101.
Guaranteed not to get collect.
Do not do that. All right, boys. Another good episode.
All done.
Thank you. Good luck on the punt this week. Good luck to you all out there. Saudi, I think, starts early tomorrow.
Yeah.
About 5 o'clock tomorrow night.
Look out for the coverage because
Thursday.
Sky, I think, are shifting channels. They're all over the place this weekend. So, yeah, just make sure it may not be on it's usually 56.
Yeah, it might be 50,
Sky
51,
Sports 6.
52, so.
But they're moving it around because of the Winter Olympics, I think. And the LPGA, it's not being televised at all, but you will be able to, the LPGA website will be streaming it. I just don't know whether it'll be
free or not.
It'll be blocked here or not. So, but I'll be watching somehow.
Yep. All right.
Go, Brookie.
Go, Brooke. Go, everyone else. Good luck, and we will see you next week on the Cut Line.